Did any of you see Joe-Wo's little apology thing on YouTube?
No.
At all. Okay, so Joe-Wo put an apology out saying that the state of Warzone, he was sorry, because he'd hyped up season 3 and it hadn't lived up to expectations. So he put out this whole apology saying how sorry he was and that the developers had lied to him and had promised him all these things, which obviously never happened.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the latest COD update?
Maps are horrible. The maps are bad, but the movement side of things, it's been tweaked, but you don't feel much of a difference. So there's not really much to go on by that. It just feels like the same as the last one, apart from just a couple of maps. So
just new content, like with the multiplayer.
Yeah, sort of feels like. Just feels like the standard COD game we're all used to at the moment. Just a tiny bit faster. Because I said to you when I was running around that P90 after that update, and my word, absolutely just frying people with it.
You're having a whale of a time with that.
I know, yeah. And the movement, you could feel the slight difference in it. Made it a bit more easier to do all the running around, without having to do all the slide counts and stuff because it's not needed. So that's good that that's still kept out of it. Just jumping they need to sort out next.
Yeah, you hate the jumping, don't you?
Yeah, there needs a bit more of a heavy penalisation to players like they do in Fortnite.
You said Fortnite, had it right, didn't you?
Yeah, Fortnite, how horrible that was, and what they listened to everybody and then sorted out, so it feels a lot heavier, and you also don't jump as high. All they need to do is do that, follow suit on that, and then they've sorted out the bunny hop inside of things. You could still bunny hop, but you're not likely to complete just absolute blitz for the headshots every single time.
Okay, Jem, what about you? What do you think of the new season?
Oh, it was a little bit hyped. Like the leaks, like Rust, Terminal, and stuff like that. Thinking, where are they? They had 2 new maps, and like the dog, absolute dog. I don't want to play them maps. It reminds me of Border Crossing. Just get me off the maps. So when we just launching a game, back the shit out.
Yeah, we just back out of it, don't we? We don't even play them.
It's just really no point. Like I might as well play season 2 again. You know.
How's your brightness on the new map? Because my brightness is all right, so I can run around in the dark without having to have the laser, like the night vision goggles on, and I can still see.
Yeah, I can work it out.
You can see the outlines of people.
Yeah.
So that's all right. If they made that a daytime map,
it'd be good.
100% be better.
It'll probably be an all right map.
Yeah,
but because it is quite close quarters, like in that middle building. That middle building, like, is all right if you take like goggles off, but the outside, I reckon it could be a lot more involved if they'd done it in daytime. And
I reckon they'll do a daytime map for it.
Matt, what about you?
Sniper I was disappointed about.
Me? I would say Lighthouse is an alright map. Not brilliant, but it's alright.
Okay.
Black Gold, dog. Absolutely hate it. The fact that you've got to have a canted laser on every gun you use winds me up.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it?
Because they can see where you're coming from regardless of where you are.
Yeah, just as soon as you aim down the sight, that's it. The laser kicks in.
And if you're using if you're using a sniper, they can see your laser across the whole map.
Yeah, me and Seth played it before. We were awful on it because we just stayed at the back and we were just waiting for the lasers, and we were just with snipers. We were just taking them out. I felt bad afterwards, actually, to be honest with you. So we went and played something else instead.
And I know I hit that dirty shot on that map, JM, but it's even going back to season 2, Expo.
Oh,
I can't stand that map either. What happened to the leaks of Terminal? They were meant to be bringing back Favela, meant to be bringing that back.
I reckon you'll have to wait until the half season. I reckon if the half season will probably deliver those maps.
They'll wait until all the viewers drop, because they'll realise how much they've fucked up, and they'll start releasing these maps that they've been teasing about. But they've also teased with Estate by putting the same building outlay in the middle of that lighthouse map with the bar and everything underneath.
Yeah, that building is that the replica.
Yeah, it's the exact same building, just in a different location. Why not bring back the old location? That's what people wanted. It was Modern Warfare 2. That's what Modern Warfare 2 was. But I don't know. It's overall, I think the adjustments that they've made are good. But like Crab said, they just need to sort out the jumping because you don't see soldiers in real life bunny hopping around fucking corners.
See,
Yeah, they do.
for me,
No.
like with the jumping, if you've not got a modded controller and you're just a standard
Yeah.
controller
you're
player,
penalised.
you don't
You
stand
are.
the chance. Like
You're
you
penalised,
literally can't compete with them, and
The
it's
only
not fair.
the only way you can compete is if you're without a mod controller is if you play claw, and that is so awkward in your freaking hand.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's a normal
Or
PS5
hooking,
controller.
Yeah,
hooking
I've got
your
one. Paddle.
finger over.
And if you
Or
come
the other
against
way,
someone
mouse
that's got a
keyboard.
paddle, you're getting drop shot or
Yeah.
jump shot.
Yeah.
Drop
It's
shot,
true.
to be fair, I'm more than happy. Yeah, it's annoying when you get drop shotted, but I'd rather be drop shotted because that's been a mechanic for God
Day
knows
one.
Modern Warfare 2. You were being
Yeah.
drop shotted all the time, so
Mm.
it was a thing. But like the jumping on side, there were people that would jump, but because there was no paddles or anything like that, you couldn't do it. The worst that come on those type of games at the time was a modded controller where the fire speed running around with an FAL at full auto, absolute mincing people up with it. That was as bad as it got.
I used to have one of them.
Yeah, sounds about
I
right.
was
Same.
waiting for it.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
waiting for it.
A Valve shooting like an MP5. Why
You
not?
say about the bunny hopping, like how it's so hard on controller. Like for me, I'm just hitting my space with my thumb, and my thumb is automatically on my space. So all I got to do is double tap
Yeah.
it. You know, it's so quick.
So how do you improve COD then? What you thinking like this is needed to improve?
Nerfing the bunny, the hop in straight off the bat. That's one. The movement, I think, is fine. You don't really want to replicate it like the last one. Otherwise, what was the point of having this game? You always want to do something new. The movement is fine currently. Like it's still got its quickness of it. They've sped it up slightly, so it's not exactly slow.
It's a lot smoother now.
Yeah.
It's not as clunky. either,
The
is
only
it?
thing you can't do is what everyone is still complaining about is the fact that you can't slide cancel.
Oh,
And you don't need to be running around the map and doing all the bloody slip sliding skills.
I hated it. I hated slide
Yeah.
cancel. It's just bashing
Mm.
buttons unnecessarily. I
Yeah.
hated it. The fact
Mm.
when Modern Warfare 2 came out, I was so happy it was gone, and it felt like a normal COD again. It literally felt like a good Call of Duty.
Mm.
And I think with all the moaning and the bitching that these pro players have done because they're not getting the high kill game or they're not being able to get all the content, and even down to the fact of the loadouts in Warzone, like they moaned and moaned and moaned because they were all doing loadout videos.
Yeah.
You
The
content
thing is, though,
creators
the
create
game-
content somewhere else.
It's not for them. Like it's for everyone, and the casual players is the biggest player base of the lot.
It is.
And for I think even like the skins. Like I saw a video the other day of one of the big streamers kicking off about the nuke skin that they had to complete because they're good at the game. They've worked hard to get their nuke skin after doing their 5 consecutive ones, so they want to wear that with pride. And then now that the casual player can come in and spend 20, 30 quid on a nuke looking skin, I think it's the one with the red on it. I know you guys have got it.
Yeah.
They're complaining the fact that casuals are now running around in like a nuke type skin, and it shouldn't be like that. It's like, well, they're the ones who go to work 9 to 5 and come home. If they see a skin that looks pretty cool, they're going to buy it.
Okay.
And one of the bigger streamers was kicking off saying it's not fair that someone crap and bad at the game can go around in a skin like that.
I just find it
It's
really
like,
disrespectful.
why? Yeah, exactly. That's the point it's got to, is the fact that because they know they're good at the game and they make money from it and all that lot, that they should be the number ones. They're the priority. They're the ones who should be listened to. All the casual players they couldn't care less about. Like even when a casual player kills one of the streamers, I want to say it was Bobby Poff Gaming. The first thing he did when he got killed by just a simple casual player was insult that person. Like, I know everyone shit talks on the game, but for no reason of just attacking people because you got killed by someone who just plays the game normally, It's like, well, what do you expect? There's just someone just playing the game naturally.
If you
Yeah.
take out the casuals from Call of Duty, right? These
be nobody
guys,
left.
yeah, these guys won't be able to kill anyone, so they're not going to get the content anyway. So the fact that they're alienating the main player base, who they're going running around killing, who are then going watching the videos on YouTube, watching the TikToks, sitting watching the stream because they aspire to be like them, and the fact that people go and subscribe to them and add to the millions they've got in the bank from playing Call of Duty, even though they sat there and they're on Twitter and they're saying all these things about how the casual Call of Duty player are the worst things and the game shouldn't be tailored to them and they shouldn't be allowed to play. Well, I'll tell you what, take them out the game and let's see what happens, because your viewership will drop 100%, your money will drop, and then Activision aren't going to make the money to keep on supplying you
No.
with all your COD points, so you get everything for free. So
Yeah.
it really winds me up. I went into a big streamers chat and said this and had an argument with another big streamer over it, because when they're insulting everybody, they need to realise it's casuals who are working 9 to 5, working their asses off, coming home, want to chill out, play a little bit of COD, and then watch the streams maybe for an hour or two that are paying their wages. And
If you was to
Activision need to
take-
remember that as well.
Yeah, if you was to take the percentage of the big streamers out of this game, it'd be a handful. That'd be it. 5% maybe.
COD
Because the
was
majority
here
of
way
it is
before
casual.
it. Way before these big streamers, before that pandemic hit, nobody really knew what Twitch was. Nobody really watched YouTube for content or anything. It was all about funny videos, right? So Call of Duty was thriving as a community, but since these big streamers have come along and they throw in toxic comments on everything, they want this change, they want that change, they want this change. Well, do you know what? Go play Apex, because everything they're asking for is in Apex. All the sliding
Yeah.
around and the movement and this idea, but they're just not good enough. That's why I do respect Nick Merckx, because not only has he done it in COD and Fortnite, he went over to Apex and did it in Apex as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The others
Apex has
won't.
gone a bit tits up at the moment. So what does he do now? He does private lobbies, and that's all he does. Private lobby. He won't join anything public-wise because the amount of hackers involved now, which is which is what he said. So he just makes private lobbies, and they all just have fun private lobbies, and their viewers has just gone up.
That's what these other guys need to do. Like, just stop moaning about it or go and play a game that is catered for you, which is the likes of Apex. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a video about X Defiant over the weekend, right? So you know, we'll discuss it more then. But people are saying like, "Oh, X Defiant is this, that, and the other." I'm telling you now, these people, these big streamers, will get sick of X Defiant very, very fast because they can't kill bots.
Not being funny though, but how much money are these big streamers on? You're talking millions a year, aren't you?
Yeah.
If YouTubers who don't earn as much have got together as a group and a collective, met up with developers and designed their own game, why can't these big streamers? Why don't they put their own money into? Yeah,
Not to disrespect.
He's attempting to do it.
Yeah.
He's taken everything from the negative side of thing, even from Warzone 1, because he absolutely slandered Warzone 1 still. He's got his own, put his money in, got his own developers, making a game that he wants. Why can't all the other big streamers do that? Get together and make their own game.
Because they'd lose the communities, wouldn't they, along the way?
Yeah.
That's what it is. So they want the best of both worlds. They want all of the botty players to come and watch them, but then they don't want them to play the game.
Is it Dr. Disrespect that's making his own game at the minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doc is, yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
he's doing the right thing. He's doing it.
Yeah, I've got
Well-
hella respect for him for it. It's like,
Oh,
you know,
definitely.
one of my favourite streamers that I will sit and I'll watch for hours is Tim the Tapman. I love Tim. But I love
Yeah.
him because he's hilarious. I don't
Funny.
watch him for his gameplay. I can watch Tim for hours and just howl laughing. When he breaks his legs, it's one of the funniest things ever because you can relate to it. So people go and watch him, not because he's the best COD player, but because he's fucking hilarious. And I think it's just about tailoring your content. You know, I watched one of his videos that he put out, and he's talking about the content that other creators were putting out and how really they should tailor it. Because you tailor it for what your community wants, because eventually everyone's going to get bored. And I think part of it is These guys
They're all the
have
same.
played Warzone though for 10 hours a day for the last 3 fucking years. They're gonna be bored of it because it's still a similar
yeah.
game. They're gonna be bored no matter what because they've played it into the ground. So yeah, I just think they need to go and fucking do
Like,
one.
follow, and subscribe.
Yeah, yeah. So that has been the little session we've all got together today and discussed. And you have been joined by myself, which is Captain Krabs. You've got Exile, you've got Cult Psycho, who we call Matt, and then we've got It's JMH. We have been Scarred Ruins, so make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Comment whenever you get the chance to, and we'll catch you again next time.
Let's go.